Scorpio, to your mid-month reading for September. I hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. This message for the beautiful Scorpio. Having some wisdom and some trust within the situation. Loving that. I love that. So it's almost like, you know what? I know exactly what's going on in the situation. I have learned to trust these types of situations when they come up, right? So, like, well, I've seen this before. You know, this isn't the first time. So, could be just something very traditional going on around you. You could even be dealing with a Taurus. Doesn't have to be. But you also have these views that you might be incorporating into your work, into your love, into your just lifestyle. And really, for others of you, it could just be really definitely balancing between the physical and spiritual realms, trying to bring them both into alignment for you as you're feeling very balanced within this situation at this time. And remember, the Hierophant is also a sign of spiritual blessings. Yes. So, as the gatekeeper over here is saying, we do have something. I just feel like if something better comes your way, through this teamwork and this building up of something, there is something definitely spiritually blessed going on over here. These people are literally like in a church, and there is, you know, the God card sitting there. So I do definitely believe that whatever is going on over here, and it could be the teamwork between you and another person or a couple of other people. We have 3 and 3, so it does look like whatever is going on over here, you're definitely, it could be you and your spouse divinely guided by spirit. I mean, you see what I'm saying? I mean, like seriously, divinely guided through this blessing, meaning that, you know, you're balancing, like I said, the physical with the spiritual, really bringing in this this atmosphere of self-protection. With the 4 of Pentacles upside down is self-protection. So it's almost like you're in this self-protection mode for building whatever it is within your community, within your home, within your friendships, within your happiness and and it could just be your relationship. So it could feel like you and your spouse are really on the same page. So take it how it resonates, however it is. But definitely feeling, oh my gosh. Yeah, it definitely could be a family situation over here where you are feeling very spiritually grounded at this time. Oh my God, everything is spiritual. There's a lot of divineness going on within this situation. You have the Hierophant and the High Priestess, so it's almost like you're in your, you're in your own knowing, and you understand the divine situation that's going on within your life. There's some kind of divine blessing going on over here, where it feels like somebody may have been ignoring the call at one time. It does feel like they may have even been self-doubting the situation. So if you know that your better half or a family member or somebody was denying this, they are now seeing the truth within the situation. There's a lot of seeing and a lot of awareness coming out of this, which is making this relationship stronger. Somebody is definitely aware of how this power is coming to be, and it's almost like to the point where it's like, well, how did that even happen? How did this success even work? How did this really take place? She has the infinity sign over her head, just like the magician does, right? So they are spiritually connected to the divine through infinity, which is also an 8 over there. If you don't notice, the infinity sign does make 8 for manifestation. So you guys could have definitely manifested something that now your spouse is actually seeing come to play. Where maybe they didn't believe that before, and now they're becoming spiritually aware of the situation, or a friend or a family member. You told them this was going to happen, that you were manifesting this, and now all of a sudden, boom. Or maybe it's just yourself. Maybe you were your own self-critic, being self-doubtful, but you said, you know what, I think I'll give this a chance. And then it came through, and now you're going, yes, the awe and shock of the situation. I remember doing that, and I actually remember having that in shock, going, holy shit, that actually did work. Wow. That's why I do manifestation videos now, because there was a time in my life that I also was kind of my own inner critic about the situation. I tried and tried and tried. I watched the movie The Secret. I did everything, but then I realized there was more to that than what the movie The Secret wants to tell you. So if you guys are watching The Secret, there's so much. That's why I do the manifestation videos. Plain and simple, because then all of a sudden I started understanding why it didn't work. And now it's almost like that is exactly what this reading is about. This is a spiritual reading. This is saying you're your own, you were like not sure if your manifestations, if this dream, if this, if I do this, then is it really going to happen? Or your spouse or somebody did not believe you or something. Take it how it resonates. That's really what this is. This video is definitely not going to be for everybody. So if this is not your story, please guys go watch your rising moon or Venus, because I'm telling you right now, this is a specific message of I told you so, that if I was going to do this, this would happen, or I was my own inner critic and did not believe this, and then it happened, and I can't believe that this is happening. Okay, so it's either or. No matter what, you manifested and it came true. Whether you were already aware of it or not, it doesn't matter. Take it how it resonates, but that is it. And not only that, you're making other people, no matter what, you're making other people aware of the situation. You have, maybe even 6 people. You might even be making 6 people, your whole household, aware of this situation. It might not even be 3. It could be 6. Because in seriousness, that's exactly what's going on. So take it how it is. Whether you told them you were going to do this, but you still didn't really 100% weren't really sure, but we're going to do it anyways. It's almost like you just threw everything in and said, well, let's try it anyways. I'm going to do this. We'll see. And then made 6 people aware or 3 people aware of the situation, or 2 other people, however, made other people, let's put it that way, aware of the situation. They're going, what the hell? Or you told them, this does totally work, and they're denouncing it, and you're telling them, no, it does, and then you made them, no matter what, they become aware of it. So, oh, absolutely, because you have victory to the situation. You're kidding your manifestation. Take it however you want it. And it's because of the healthy faith that you gave to the situation with the Hierophant. Absolutely, it was justified, and it was because of law and the attraction. The law and attraction card. You use law and attraction. You use manifestation. And this is what happens. And this is coming to you. Oh my gosh. It looks like you may have ran across a few ways of like rethinking the idea of how you're going to do it, right? There could have been some clouded judgment, like I said, either by you or other people. You guys are going to have to take that how it resonates. Somebody, however. But, it all worked out. It's all working out. You surrendered. So even if you had clouded judgment on how exactly this was going to work and you reworked your manifestation, that was fine, because it looks like you surrendered to the universe and said, you know what, let it go, let it flow. I've got this. Put it in that crock pot, let it go, right? And you held tight to this. You said, no, I want to know if this is going to work, or I want to teach others this does work. Or both. Maybe it's all of the above. I think that there was a time, I agree with you, because I felt the same way too, that you thought maybe you were going to have an overactive imagination. Like, is this, am I just like, is this like surreal, is like surreal. And that's the way it kind of feels when it comes in. I really imagine that. Did that really happen? Kind of catching you off guard. But your higher self, exactly what you did. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Look at that. Between the high priestess and the hermit, right? There's even this place inside you that even if you thought you had an overactive imagination and this might not happen, you gave it enough attention and did exactly how you're supposed to manifest and law and attract, because there was still something deep down inside you that said there has to be something. I think this is going to work. You did a lot of meditation. You did all your inner guidance, and there was something that just kept telling you that this is going to work, and you went with it. why not anyways, right? I mean, it comes down to that scenario, right? It's like, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, right? But what if it does work, right? I mean, did you lose anything by trying it? Hell no, I didn't lose anything, so I might as well just go out there and try it. It was very unpredictable. Very unpredictable. And I see the unpredictable, because there it is again, I just said it. Well, it's a double-edged sword. I mean, it's either going to happen or it's not, right? But we might as well put it out there and see if it's going to. So yeah, it does. It feels like, it's kind of, it's definitely unpredictable. You're not sure, but you kept the strength to the situation. There was no regret to the situation. There is no regret because you didn't lose nothing. You throw that out to the universe and say, I want this kind of money. I want this kind of job. I want this kind of love. I want this. I want that. And then see if the universe gives it to you. If they don't give it to you, you didn't lose nothing. I mean, the only thing you could probably say is that I was going to lose my, credibility to your friends and family by telling them that this works and then it didn't work. I mean, just because one didn't work doesn't mean the next one won't work, right? You just keep going and trying again and again. Yeah, because otherwise it doesn't really put you in any kind of personal setbacks or nothing. No, you unified yourself between you and your higher self and the universe itself for the healthy reasons of what you wanted. And the universe is, there it is. The Leo card, and the universe supplies. And yeah, that's exactly what it is. So there was a lot of intention, and there it is. I planted the seeds, and what do you give me? I became the emperor? Heck yeah. Because now you're saying, well, now I get it. I get it because you gave me my dream. It wasn't just fake. It wasn't just this. You actually are giving it to me. And here it comes. Having that faith and that trust is the abundance. Now you are the empress. From the emperor to the empress. Yep. And this is because you understand. You focused enough on the manifestation or the law of attraction enough that you actually receive exactly what you want. Now you have the abundance coming. So whatever it is that you're looking for, here it comes. Does it come exactly the way you dreamt it? Does it come exactly the way you visualized it? No, not always. But sometimes you never know, it might, right? From the smallest thing to the biggest thing. And you might just started very small. You might have not have started real big. But you're actually seeing the world. You're actually seeing it being provided. You're actually seeing it coming into 3D. As you see it, you grabbed it from 5D, you brought it into 3D. And it might just be something very small just to teach someone that, hey, you know what, this does work, and I'm going to prove myself right. And I'm just going to start with something very, very small. And now there it is. The Ace of Pentacles. The universe supplies. And, you're going to teach them that. And that's going to knock your socks off. For those of you who already know that this happens, it's not going to knock your socks off. It's just going to prove yourself to your friends that, I'm trying to teach you something, right? You guys are not listening. For others of you who were not really 100% sure it's going to knock your socks off, it did knock my socks off at first. I mean, I understand we manifest things a lot in our lives, but to actually, say it, do it, and then have it appear was like, whoa. Wait a minute. Now, I haven't had anything big yet, but I have had little things. So it still shows me, okay, I'm still waiting for the big thing. I know I have tests and tribulations to get to that big giant thing, and I got it, but I have the strength to carry on. Thank you. It's going to give me my own card as I'm talking about myself. Yes, I have the strength to carry on. And yes, my emotions are at bay. And yes, I have let go of everything, just like you guys will as well, to get to the bigger things. But yes. Your overall color for you is your dream is coming true because you definitely were focused on exactly what it is you want, right? So, guys, just be inspired now. Spirit says to just keep going forward, right? The magic does exist. It's just different, right? And of course, remember, certain things you will just never really manifest, right? But otherwise, just have to trust in the universe, and He shall bring. It's almost like knock on the door and here I am, right? Because the universe says, I will change things. Have trust. Have trust because you are the co-creator. How do you know you're the co-creator? Because the Empress is the co-creator. You co-create with the universe and it brings in things. So keep yourself in the knowing at all times. Oh my gosh, such a beautiful reading. Very spiritual, beautiful reading. And I think Thanks, Spirit, here for bringing this message to us, because I think it's very enlightening. And this is definitely bringing that physical into the spiritual realm as you bring that 5D into 3D and having that union with that faith and devotion, right? And it might even be a beautiful love situation of you bringing in someone who is just as spiritual and just as fantastic as yourself. Because what a beautiful union that the High Priestess and the Hierophant have together. So if you are looking for a beautiful love and trying to bring, these two worlds together, or a beautiful love with the Two of Cups that I just seen. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. With the Two of Cups over here, then they are just as spiritual and beautiful, right, in those areas as yourself, because you guys are definitely going to be on the same spiritual level, which I love. So they'll be like, I'll watch tarot with you. Oh, really? Oh, wow. How beautiful is that? I love that. Beautiful union. Beautiful union. Spiritual blessing for sure, my friends. And you keep going strong. Until next time, peace and love. And if you know anybody who wants to watch this, who is a Scorpio, and you know that they're like this, or anybody who has maybe even Scorpio in their chart, or this could help them, go ahead and share that video. Till next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.